Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Fantasy Football and welcome to my video. In today's video, I'm going to be looking at my team, seeing how well they're performing in the Double Game Week 25. Then we move on to the Double Game Week 26, where I will be using my bench boost. So here we go. So first up, I just want to say thank you for everyone who has joined my deadline stream for Game Week 25. I had a lot of fun, and right at the end, when we found out the fixtures, after the deadline, yeah, it was a crazy time, and I want to do more live streaming. Maybe not just the deadline streams. I know that's quite popular. So I'll see how it goes. I'll see if I can kind of like schedule things so we can have like a regular thing going on every week. Anyways, I just want to say thank you so much for that. And yeah, obviously, try my best to post more videos as well, so you guys have just a lot more content to kind of look at. So thank you so much for support for those as well. Anyways, let's have a look at my team. As you can see, I got 48 points for the Double Game Week 25, above the average of 40, and I made only one transfer. Now, the transfer that I made was removing Souček for Rafinha, and as you can see, Rafinha's got 4. I think Souček's only got 2, but I might be wrong with that. I have to check. And as you can see, I got Dallas, Rafinha, and Bamford still left to play, so I should be keeping that green arrow. But we will see. We will see. Hopefully, that I will be inside the 200k and get more closer to the top 100k. So that's the kind of the goals. Kind of like hover around there as long as I can, and go again on another game week. And game week 26 looks really good for my team. Oh yeah, another thing, the bench. Yeah, I messed that up. So I benched Stones because I had Cancelo, and Cancelo, I thought to myself, you know what, Cancelo might get more points than Stones. Well, that didn't work out. With Gundogan, I didn't actually know that he was going to play. I thought that he would not. There's a lot of players at Manchester City. And I thought, okay, let me just play him anyway because he has the potential to get a lot more points than the other two. Played him. He actually started, and yeah, he got 3 points, but he's still a strong contender to score a lot of goals and get us a lot of points. With Antonio's situation here is the fact that I just thought that it was just not going to play, or if he did, he will only play up to about 60 minutes. But no, that did not happen, and he scored early on as well, and that kind of hurt a little bit. But it's very difficult to, like, with the team that I have that has kind of like prepared for the double game weeks, to use the bench boost. I got too many. It sounds wrong, but I don't want to show off, but I got too many good players. Like, I was not gonna bench Song. I was not gonna bench Salah. With the Leeds United players, I was not gonna do that as well. And Calvert-Lewin, I guess I could have benched it, but even with Calvert-Lewin, he was on a yellow flag, and yeah, we found that he should be good. So yeah, anyways, I had a couple of injuries there. I did not know what was going to happen, so I just left it like this. A mistake for me. I could have got a little bit more points, but it's not the end of the world. We're just gonna move on. It happens. I think when you are creating a team for the double game week, to use your bench boost, you got to have a lot of good players on your bench, and it's going to be very difficult for you to kind of like pick the starting 11. So, anyways, let's move on from that. It happens. As you can see, I have got Nick Pope in goal, Dallas, Wan-Bissaka, Cancelo, Rafinha, Salah, Bruno Fernandes, Song, Gundogan, Calvert-Lewin, Bamford. And on the bench so far, I have Martinez, Stones, Antonio, and Mitchell. Here we go. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to look at my team. I'm going to go through some of my players and talk to you guys about my strategy and transfers. I am going to be creating another video like on a Tuesday, looking at some of the best transfer options to make for the Double Game Week 26. So I will help you guys with that, but I'm just going to concentrate on my team for now. just to give you guys like my early thoughts. Now, as you can see, I've got Nick Pope and Martinez. I think these two are pretty much the best goalkeepers out there, right? Nick Pope is a little bit expensive. I don't want to hold him for long term, but I think for this double game week, even with difficult fixtures, there's always that chance, right? So if we look at the other players, I've got Wan-Bissaka and Fernandez, really happy, even the fixtures are not looking that good. Salah and Song, two players that could get a lot of big points in these fixtures. I've got Calvert-Lewin that a lot of people would want in their FPL teams. Really good fixtures here, Southampton at home and West Brom away. I've got the 3 Leeds United players at home against Aston Villa, which looks really good right now without Grealish. Antonio against Manchester City, and Mitchell there with 2 fixtures at home. So looking at this team, I can see that there is, or there could be, a problem with the Manchester City players because there could be some rotation there. I've got 3 Leeds United players that I'm gambling on. I've got Mitchell that I'm not 100% certain if he's going to play both games. And I've got Antonio that is a really good player, but it is against Manchester City. So there's a couple of problems, but it's not the worst problem in the world, right? By looking at this team with a -4 points, I can gain a lot more points by removing Antonio just for now for a player like Watkins, as an example, that's got 2 fixtures. And removing Mitchell for an Everton player like Coleman or something, or Matt Target that has got 2 fixtures that is guaranteed to play. Like Matt Target is more guaranteed to play than Coleman. So I'm looking at that. I'm looking at a player that is guaranteed to play and has got 2 fixtures. Because I have to ask myself this question. Can Antonio against Manchester City get more points than Watkins that has got Leeds United away? And what was the other fixture? Oh yeah, Sheffield United away. So that's the kind of the questions I'm going to be asking myself. And I think that Watkins will get more points than Antonio. Might not get a lot more points. It might be just only 2 more points. But it will be better than 2, right? The player that I bring in, is that player going to bring me more points than the player that I'm going to remove? And that is what my decisions are going to be based on. So I'm going to be looking at that, and there's a couple of problems, but with a -4 or even a -8 is fine. As you can see, I've got 1.5. There's a couple of transfer thoughts that I have in mind, is by removing Rafinha for Barnes. That has been performing really well lately. As you can see, a lot of returns there, big returns there. We know what he can do. The 2 fixtures, as you can see, Arsenal at home, I think that's a good fixture. Burnley away. Then after that, really good fixtures to actually have in your starting 11. Okay, there's a blank there, and I'm going to talk to you guys about the blank game week in a sec. Barnes there, and I can remove Antonio for Watkins. There we go. And I got exact money there, as you can see. And I can make this move. And I can take the -8 point hit by removing Mitchell. But the problem is, I don't think I'm going to be able to get a 3.9 plain player. Now, the other transfer thoughts that I was thinking to do was go for a little bit of a differential. And that is by removing Rafinha for Pereira. That is 5.4. As you can see, 1.5% owned. 5 goals, 4 assists. Yeah, he's not performing that well. But these fixtures are looking really good for West Brom to actually get some points on the board. This run is their chance to actually get the points, because later on it's just going to be difficult. Brighton at home, Everton at home, Newcastle at home as well. It gives me a player to play in game week 27. And being that price tag of 5.4, I can bench him later on. So this is what I'm looking at as a differential, as something different, something that not many managers would go for, because I already have the main players anyway. It's good to try something a little bit different. I'm not saying it's going to work. Please don't follow me for that. But It's just something that I want to be excited about. Then I have 1.4. Okay, if I want to get rid of Antonio and bring in Watkins, I can still do that. But I think I need to improve my team. So if I feel like Mitchell is just not going to play the next two, in game week 26, I can remove him for a 5.4 player. So that gives me a decent amount of money to go and get any kind of like decent defender out there. And I will go for another differential, but I will look ahead if I'm going to be able to use that player. So this is where game week 29 comes in. This is where the blank game weeks are. So I just refresh my team. And as you can see, if we go through the fixtures for the blank game week 29, I already have a couple of players already. So I got Martinez, I got Song, I got Antonio here. I got the 3 Leeds United players, so that's 6 blank game week players already in my team. Let's just say I'll remove Antonio for Watkins, I'm still going to have 6. So if I do remove Mitchell, I think that I will be looking at these teams here. So maybe I might go for a Fulham defender. I might go for an Aston Villa or even Spurs. So like Reguilon might be a good option there. So these are the things that I'm looking at. So yeah, that is pretty much it for now. These are like my early thoughts. I don't want to change it dramatically. If I can just take only -4 point here, I'll be happy. 8, it all depends if I really want to go for like big players and I want to change things around. We'll see. I think I won't go higher than 8. I think -8 is enough for me to actually try to get a green arrow. Now, as for captain options, I'm looking at Fernandez, I'm looking at Calvert-Lewin, I'm looking at Gundogan, I'm looking at Song. There is a lot of captain options here. But we will see. I think it's kind of too early to say. Just thought I'd give you guys my little bit of thoughts on going into the double game week. And yeah, I am definitely going to be using the bench boost, guys. This has to be it for me to push and get closer and closer to that top 100k. We will see. We will see. You guys let me know what you think. I have to kind of look ahead as well, right? I'm going to have to look at game week 27. And looking at game week 27, I have the players. I got the 3 Manchester City players already for the double game week 27. I might go for a Southampton player, but we will see. If I keep Antonio, it's got Leeds United. Got the Everton player there. Got Spurs against Crystal Palace, so I got Song. And if I do go and get a Spurs defender as well, like a Reguilon or something, then I think that's going to be good. And I got Pereira. If I do go for Pereira, got good fixture at home against Newcastle. Salah against Fulham. So I do actually have a really good team for game week 27 as well. So we'll see. Anyways, guys, I hope that this video has helped you. I hope that this has given you some kind of idea for your team. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribing and smash the hell out of that like button. Yeah, a lot of videos coming through. After this video, I'm going to be looking at some transfer options for you guys. I'm going to try my best to post that like on a Tuesday or Wednesday, but we'll see. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.